Hey, Shalom Yasharala,
Shalom.
which means peace, Israel. We'd like to start off by giving our praises, our honor, and our glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makapadash. Alright, Yahweh, that's the true and powerful mighty name of who the world ignorantly calls God. Jehovah, Yahweh, or higher. Ba'ashem means in the name. Yahweh Shai, that's the true and powerful mighty name of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Yeshua, Yeshua, or Yeshaya. And the Rakhat Kodash is the Holy Spirit according to the ancient Paleo-Hebrew tongue. We would like to give them honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who learned the truth of the Bible from. Peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect. To you believers and listeners out there that came back into the faith and obedience of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Much love and respect to you brothers pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth, risking your lives and freedom now more so than ever. May Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai continue to bless you and your household.
Right.
I'm the brother Yawam. This is
Brother Watt.
and behind the camera we have
Laquan.
we are here today preaching for the elect of the nation of Israel, which the nation of Israel consists primarily of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Natives, Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians. You also have the Israelite foreigners who are likened unto a speck of bird who may look like the heathen nations because they've been scattered amongst the heathen nations. But their bloodline and lineage goes back onto Jacob by way of their fathers because they've been scattered amongst the heathen. So no matter what you look like, if this message resonates with your spirit, 9 times out of 10 you're a Hebrew Israelite, no matter what you may look like on the outside, because we're judged by the spirit. Just like the scripture says, our spirit bear witness, the spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we're the children of the Most High. Okay? And today, in today's camp lesson, we're going into these women, man.
Right.
All right, because after this election, these women really showed they showed what they showed whose sides they really on. They showed their true colors.
Their allegiance.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word I was looking for. They showed their allegiance, and they pledged their allegiance to the devil, man, to the state, to the opposition. Okay, to this economy, to this country, to this system. Okay, all type of videos circulated after Kamala Harris lost the election and Trump won. Women blaming the so-called black man,
right,
saying it's our fault, saying that they hate us, saying that we deserve everything we got coming towards us, so saying all type of madness or whatever.
As if they're not gonna catch any hell.
Exactly. We catching hell right on side of y'all. All right, but y'all, they don't see that because they only care about their goddamn selves.
Right.
And then hey, y'all gonna have to eat those words, man. Like Yahweh Shai said, every idle word is gonna be accounted for, man. All right, so yeah, go ahead and get all that shit talking out your system now, because during the time of Jacob's trouble, during the time of that great tribulation, you ain't gonna have no hedge of protection, because the man is gonna be the hedge. He's gonna be the protection from the wind.
A hiding place.
A hiding place from the wind. Okay. And y'all women gonna be out here defenseless. Y'all ain't gonna have no hedge of protection if you're not underneath the man of the Lord.
Right.
And if I could say, it shows how in darkness they are, because I guess they did a poll. They said that 90% of the so-called black men that voted actually voted for Kamala.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But yet and still, they gonna blame us because that's just what Eve does.
Hey, that's part of the
That's
curse.
just what they do. Yeah.
Yeah, they pass the accountability along like a baton, instead of taking what's theirs, and if they made that bed, they gotta lay in it.
Yep. And they have no accountability at all, none whatsoever.
They want to mess the bed up and then go buy a new bed.
Mm-hmm. And mess it up.
Yep.
They mess up the new bed they bought.
And then blame it on you.
Still, exactly, because they would never take accountability, like you said.
Yep.
They never would.
Yeah, they hand it off just like Esau. And Esau hands off accountability. He's the legend of doing that.
Yep.
And Eve is just
She's just following what she see her master doing.
right, because she already showed that she's in alignment with him in spirit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like Esau brought crack, cocaine, and all the that stuff into America, and put that on our streets. How do you think we get the guns in our streets? Esau put that on us. Okay, he gave it to us and then arrested us for selling it.
Or even better yet, the Edomite woman complains about how her male counterpart is never home, but he always drop a bag off like, here, take this money and shut up. And that's pretty much what Eve does with her children.
Yep.
Because the father's not home, but she's like, I'm getting these benefits, so
Shut up and deal with it.
yeah, be quiet and deal with it.
We ain't out here struggling or whatever. Big Daddy government taking care of us. So
Right.
that's how, and they love it so, man. But go ahead and grab that, Baba Shah.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 18. And Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Power said, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him."
Okay, now grab that definition of help me, Baba Shah.
God.
And you know, the Most High said it's not good for a man to dwell by himself. A man gotta have a female companion. You know that's what helps us get by.
Esau say, "Nah, you gotta work for that shit, nigga."
Shit crazy, man.
So for a helpmeet, it's H5828 Ezer. Says to help, succor.
Okay.
And the definition for succor is assistance.
So that's pretty much the whole role of a woman is to be an assistant.
And support in times of hardship and distress.
Wow. And that's one thing that y'all women fail to y'all can't get that right.
Because we live in a chaotic world as it is, and then when we get home, we have to deal with more chaos.
Exactly. You know, we're not gonna sit here and just say all women, all Israelite women, because you know you got a small few good ones out there that you know that handle their business, they help their man, and they do what they're supposed to.
Yeah, those few
But,
aqua.
the lot of y'all ain't no good because y'all go against y'all basic instruction. This is like no, not basic instruction. It's
You know, like
this y'all going against y'all factory design. That's how the Most High designed y'all. Okay, and he's about to come and he's about to bring the factory reset
Right.
with both the man and the woman, because we're not gonna sit up here and say that the man, like it's like man ain't out here going off as well.
right, yeah, because
You know, 2/3 out here, Pookies and Ray Rays and motherfucking Juans and Jose's.
Right.
They out here cutting up out here in the
Pojo
streets.
and-
Yeah, they out here cutting up in the streets, but we focusing on you women. Because we always, rebuke the men, but it's time for y'all women today.
right.
And if you think about it, the main issue, the reason we got these effeminate men out here
Men, yep.
is because
Because
they
they
were
been
raised
raised by
without
women.
fathers. Because
They were
once
raised by
again,
women.
Eve decided to take,
The men out the household.
exactly. She wanted the way of
She wa-
Esau.
she
You
wanted
know
the
what I'm saying? She
benefits.
wanted the way of the world. So yeah, the world, the government offers just tells you, hey, I'll give you free housing, I'll give you welfare so you can get food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're
And whatever you need, I'll give you free Medicaid and all that there. All you gotta do is kick that nigga out the house.
Yep, and we're going to get
You
into
know
that
what I'm
later on.
saying?
We're going to get
And
into
then
that
I'm gonna
later
make that nigga pay you some money too.
on. All right, you made your point. You made your point. All right, let's get some order back in this camp. So this is the book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 18. And it reads, "Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband, as it is fit in the Lord." Okay, so, and that's one woman hear that, they think that's oppression.
Because they're triggered.
Yeah, exactly. But that, like, as we read in Genesis 2 and 18, that is your factory design is to submit, assist, and support, and help out your man whenever he needs you to help him, man. In all the areas where he can't help. And like that's and case in point, why do you think women flourish in goddamn office and assistance jobs? Because that they in their role.
Right, assisting.
Exactly, they're in their role. But when it comes to assisting their man, they act like that's the hardest thing to do.
Right.
But they can go do it out there for Esau and they get a check.
Right, and then Esau can be an alpha male and walk around with his chest out, and he's writing the checks, so Eve never complains. But because Jake ain't writing no checks for Eve, she feels like she don't gotta listen to him unless he's a yes man, like a beta male. A lot of these males that Eve will marry are yes men, because as soon as she sees like that masculine austerity coming from a man, they run, they're intimidated.
Yep, or they try to bump up against him and try to make the man seem like he wrong for being in his factory design.
Right. They had me in jail for some traffic tickets, and I'll never forget this. I was getting stuff done, just being respectful, austere, serious, and lo and behold, I look off into like the the congregation of the people that are locked up, and it's a huge, like crowd of Eves, and they're looking at me, admiring me, but as soon as I look in the direction, all of them looked away. Because they saw that authority that I was moving with, and they were intimidated by it. But naturally, they're supposed to be attracted to a man that can keep them safe, that can protect them, that's resourceful, that knows how to maneuver through, like various trials. They want to be the one that has the player one joystick. They don't want to be player two. They want to be in the driver's seat when nature designed them to be in the passenger. And there's nothing wrong with a woman that can assist their man. Like, there may be a point where you may have to get in the driver's seat, but that's temporary. It's never supposed to be for a man to just stay in the passenger seat and just remain there.
Yeah, it's not permanent. Cause I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that shit be looking funny to me when I be driving by. You got the woman driving and Jake sitting in the passenger seat. That shit is hilarious to me.
Right. Anything else on yours? Okay, this is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, and verse 1. And I'll stop at verse 6. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands.
Be into subjection. This is another word of submit.
Submission.
Okay. That's not hard. It's not hard.
Right. That if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wise. Verse 2. While they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear, whose adorning let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting of the hair and of wearing of gold, or plaiting of hair and of wearing of gold, or of putting on of apparel.
Pretty much. And see, that's going into how women need to be an example to one another out here. Because that's all these women doing. Like, that's why they dress the way they dress. Because they like, oh shit, the next woman doing it, so why can't I do it?
And that's biblical.
Exactly. Okay, and like that, and that's what we're reading right now, how they're supposed to be an example. And then he's telling them, to dress in modest apparel. You don't gotta, have everything. You ain't gotta have your hair all played. You're supposed to have their hair covered anyway. But you ain't got, you don't gotta have, all the accessories and all that, because you really only supposed to be seen by your man.
Right. If I may, they'll show a woman that's dressed modestly, but they'll put on the stage, like a world stage, of a dusty woman that does that. A woman that's not that attractive. But in ancient times, when a man would see a woman that's dressed modestly and she may have hips, like nice face, nice long hair, you could still see the silhouette of those features under the garments.
Yeah. And then also too, it's like your curves and all that's for your man.
Exactly.
Every like, and it's a neighbor that stays upstairs with me, and I be just sitting there looking at her dude, because like she come outside, booty shorts in the bra. I mean, ass cheeks hanging out, he be right there behind her, like I just be sitting there looking at this nigga.
He be like, you go girl.
And he be like trying to mug, and I just be like, nigga, you see me looking at you, nigga. And I'm giving him that look of disappointment, because I'm like, nigga, you gonna let your gal come outside like this? But then if a nigga try to holler at her, he gonna get mad.
Right, he did. The dude that hollered at her there wrong.
Exactly, but nigga, you let your woman come out like this.
That's nature. For a man to be attracted to a woman, especially if she, is just revealing all of her assets.
Exactly, like shit, hey.
Like the women, they have this thing about guys who wear gray sweatpants. They're like, don't wear those gray sweatpants outside, or you're gonna make me like wet or whatever. And it's like, okay, I get it, but how much more for those black leggings?
Yep.
Or those halter tops that just show all the cleavage? And then don't let her not have a bra on. Then now you got the nipples all popping out, look like breast milk for to come out of.
Yep.
That's too much.
Way too much. You have any more?
Con. Verse 4. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of Yahweh power of great price. Basically, a person that's humble and lowly, like abasing themselves, knowing that they can flaunt, the things they have. The Lord takes joy in that, knowing that, okay, you could have went out and flexed, but you chose the humble route. You chose the meek route. Mm-hmm. Verse 5. For after this manner after this manner in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in Yahweh power adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands.
So, like it said, back in ancient times, the women subjected themselves unto their husbands. You rarely had instances, where women, you know, buck up against their husbands like they do in this time. Okay, but you know, they had accounts. When you know women bucked up, I want to say the account of Queen Vashti.
Yep.
Okay, you had that account. Okay, but then what the king do after that? He put a decree that all the wives shall obey their husbands. Okay, because hey, he already knew, like his wife, like his counsel had said. If the women get if they catch wind of what the queen did unto you, then we all fuck.
Right.
Pretty much, they was like, we all fuck, man.
Right, like that's kind of what Beyonce did with the culture because
Man, she destroyed them.
she destroyed her husband. You know, she made him look like a fool. You know, and she just like smiles with different guys. She's smiling on camera with Usher, smiling on camera with LeBron.
So they kind of did it first.
And they got Jay-Z just in the corner like looking disgruntled.
Yeah, like Naguam said, Tina Turner did it first.
Oh yeah.
And you know, Beyonce really, if you think about it, she's just a modern day
Tina
knocker
Turner.
on Tina Turner. Yeah, she a great value Tina Turner.
Right.
But then they talk about that in Sirach, about how a woman, you know, will have her husband, you know, sign amongst, you know, the people.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Verse 6. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord.
So Sarah, our foremother Sarah, called our forefather Abraham Lord, and that's respect. That's ultimate humbleness and respect unto her husband.
Humility.
Humility. Go ahead.
Whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well, and are not afraid with any amazement, because you know women, that they'll hear those commandments out of the scriptures, and they'll look at their husband like, you gonna make me do that? And it's like, don't ask your husband that. This is
the words of the Lord.
right. Ask the Lord if He gonna make you do that. You know, our people that they love attacking the messenger instead of right and respecting the source, because they fear the source, which is why they attack the messenger. Because lo and behold, if you attack the messenger, okay, now you have an army of angels, and you have a power that you can't handle, when you should have just simply respected the message.
Yep, because what the scripture say, don't do my prophets no harm.
Right, we're just commissioned.
What does it say? I know that's one of your favorite scriptures.
That's not my anointing, and my prophets no harm.
Exactly.
Right, you know, we've been commissioned to come out here and to relay this message from the Lord, because ultimately it's His will that's going to be done, not our own. And we're pleased with the will of the Lord because it's ordered. And this place needs order. You got beta males running around, alpha females way out of order trying to raise men, and then they feminize the men because they're just like trying to overcompensate.
Yeah, I know. They doing laps around.
Yeah,
they got kids that go hard and hard to keep that. That's why I just stopped worrying about that.
Right.
But I'm still keeping my eye on them. But then, you know, just talking about the alpha female shit, that shit is so unattractive, though. That's like the most unattractive shit is a masculine ass female.
I had one in college.
Like that shit, like, I ain't gonna lie. You know, how this society teaches you not to hit women and all this shit, but I ain't gonna lie, I be wanting to knock them upside their head, bro.
You tough, huh?
Yeah. I'm about to show your ass tough, but they want to go run and scream and go hide and call Esau and all that shit. But bitch, you trying to match my energy, so why can't I match yours back?
Right.
Oh, well, you should be man enough not to. Well, shit, you should be woman enough to know what the Rock used to say. Know your role and shut your mouth.
Right, because you don't have little chimpanzees getting tough with lions. You know, like the little monkey understands, like, man, this is a fight that I can't win.
Yep. And the only reason why they can win this, in this day and age is because they got the cops. They got Esau Edom. They got the system backing them. So shit, we defenseless. Nothing we can do.
Right, but
wait on the Lord.
And on the world stage, Esau's using that protection against Amalek in Israel, and it's not working anymore because BRICS is shutting all of that down, especially now that Iran has joined.
Yep.
Man, like the Lord is doing a mighty work.
You had something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of that comes, most of it comes from America. That's America's philosophy that they teach to women, you know. And I'm gonna say this, working inside the airport like I do, you know, I see a lot of these women from foreign places flying in and out from all these different countries. They are not unhappy.
Wow.
They are not unhappy, and they are not broke.
Wow.
Okay, but see, America teaches, but they're still submissive to their man. But see, Babylon the Great teaches you that no, you need to be without this man, you know, in order to be happy. He's the problem.
But see, the reason why
You
they're
know.
so happy is because they are in their role. They are living in their femininity. Okay, and then they, you know, their husbands, they like that shit. And so they're going to reward them. They're going to
And they
reward their
reward
women
their
and take
wives.
care of them.
Exactly. And we would do the same if our wives were in order. You know?
It's very vexing,
Yep.
to say the least.
But hey, it's just condition of the battle we got to deal. But
Right.
this the book of, you were done on that, Doctor?
No, that was good.
All right, this is the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as unto the Lord. And a woman is only supposed to have and deal with one man in her entire life. She's not supposed to be jumping on, from rod to rod like they do here in this society. Okay? Whatever man breaks your virginity, that is your husband. That's who you're supposed to deal with. Now, they have cases and instances where, if the husband may die, he gives you a bill of divorce, and then, but even then, it was a bill of divorce. A woman, she got to, be like a maid or something. Like, she can't deal with another man until her husband dies.
Yep,
So-
because she's been put away.
Exactly. So, just wanted to bring out that quick side note. Verse 23, and this is going into the divine order. For the husband is the head of the wife,
Right.
even as Hamashiach, Yahushua, who the ignorantly called Jesus, is the head of the man.
Right.
And he is the savior of the body.
See?
Okay? Therefore, as the church is subject unto a Mashiach, so, and the church, we know that's the congregation of men. Okay? So therefore, as the church is subject unto her Mashiach, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
Boom.
Not just some things, but everything.
Todo.
Okay, you're supposed to use a woman. She's supposed to be appeasing to the will of her husband.
Right.
That is the woman's whole role and design and makeup.
That's right. Yep, I got that. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. It's because, our women,
This was after they ate the fruit.
they went off in the garden and they had those consequences dealt to them. And it's still ongoing to this day. Women are still in sorrow and childbearing. They're still in sorrow and conception because, they feel that their body's changing with the fertilization of the egg.
Yep.
And they're all like sad and they're what they call it, depression eating, because they know their market value is going down in case they want to jump back on the cock carousel.
Yep.
Which it shouldn't be like that anyway. It's continuing on. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband.
Thy desire, your only desire, it should be to your husband.
Right, shall.
Okay, like a perfect example, the movie Coming to America. Like how that woman was with Eddie Murphy. He was like, what do you like to do? And she was like, whatever you like to do.
Right.
He was like, what do you like to eat? Whatever it is you like to eat. That's how women's supposed to be, man.
Right, that was perfect.
Because in the ancient world, like that's what women like. Little girls got groomed on how to be wives. Okay, and it was a shame in the ancient world if you wasn't married with kids.
And when she said that in the movie, she said, all my life, I've been trained to serve you.
Exactly.
I was raised to serve you. So all I know is to do whatever you like.
Exactly.
That's all she knows.
That's crazy. But hey, that's how it's supposed to be.
It says, and he shall rule over them.
Okay, and the man's supposed to rule over the woman because, as we just read, the man is the head of the household
Like by design.
by design. Point blank. Period.
The woman can't get out here and gather resources by herself.
They did a study. Because women say that they can do anything a man can do. So they got all these women architects together to build a bridge. Bridge didn't even fucking last, I want to say, a whole day. I can't remember because it's been a long time since I went through this.
But it didn't last.
But it did, the thing is, it didn't last. We got men that made structures thousands of years ago that's still fucking standing to this day.
Right, functional.
Come on, man. Come on.
That's like what more
Give
proof?
it up. Just give it up. Y'all are fighting a losing battle, man.
Literally.
But this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 13. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones.
Wow.
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
Wow.
So you supposed, a man is supposed to instruct his woman what to do, and she's supposed to follow those instructions. It's not slavery or like how y'all trying to make it. It's just how the world is nature.
Because like the order, we just simply get our orders. We get our instructions from Yahushua as he gets them from his father.
Exactly.
You know, we give the instructions to the wife, and she's supposed to pass that along to the kids. You know, that's the order.
Verse 15, the shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace.
Wow.
And her continent mind cannot be valued. As the sun when it arises in the high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house. So as we take care of the house, raising up the kids, and making sure everything in the household is in order. That is her domain. That's where the woman flourishes, and you know she's in her element.
Right.
I was done on that.
Okay. This is the book of Titus, chapter 2. We'll start at verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
Now this slot can cut you off, but the aged woman is twofold. It's talking about the elderly women, those that are up there in age, but then also you got women that are in the truth, that's been around for a while, that know a little bit more, despite on what their age are. That she might know a little bit more than a woman that's older than her, she's able to teach her.
Right, maturity.
Exactly.
She's mature.
Con. The water for that.
Yeah, because that's a beautiful thing to see a young woman that's mature.
Mm-hmm. And that's hard to find in this day and age, because you got MF and grandmas that's out here dressing like
their granddaughter.
I seen BSU night. We was in Wingstop yesterday. Woman, old lady, them goddamn big ass dress shirts that females be wearing like dresses.
Yeah.
She had one of them on.
Skin just popping.
It was already like this. Old lady. Buttons all out. I could see her cleavage and all that. And I'm just sitting there looking. And then her goddamn, I don't know if it was a daughter, niece, granddaughter, I don't know what it is. Right down side of her, she about our age. Little halter top on with little booty shorts. And I'm just like, man, y'all be doing it.
It's too much.
Y'all need to stop, bro. Y'all are embarrassed. Y'all women are embarrassment, man.
Yep.
Y'all are fucking embarrassment to the nation. Go ahead.
Not false accusers, not given too much wine.
Whew. And these women love to get fucking sloppy, pissy drunk, man.
Yeah.
And that's aggravating. Go ahead. I ain't gonna keep cutting you off.
Teachers of good things.
Teachers of good things. Don't be out here teaching your daughters to get over on niggas, man.
Right. Breaking niggas. Verse 4. That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home.
Hold on. What was the other one? Be discreet?
Yep.
These women out here, you can hear them coming down the street.
You sure
loud
can.
and clamorous, as the scriptures say. These women don't know no discretion. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let them see a handsome guy, like a guy they find attractive. Then you really gonna hear him.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I get up my damn car, woo, woo. I'm like, God,
trying to make it known that they like you. They trying to, they want that attention.
That makes me walk faster.
I was gonna say when he mentioned not giving it too much wine, that also goes into not taking on all these different philosophies.
Yep.
And that comes from messing with many different men.
Yep.
And that's why I tell any man, look here, when you argue with your wife, you argue with not only her, but yourself and every man that she has slept with.
Yep.
Because she got his DNA in her.
Yep. That's true. That is true. Go ahead,
Ooh, let me start by verse 5 again. To be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands.
Obedient to your own husbands and keepers at home. Two things you women don't know how to do. Go ahead.
That the word of Yahweh power be not blasphemed.
Y'all blaspheme the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All you Israelite women, from the northern kingdom to the southern kingdom, you Latina women, you Native American women, and especially you damn B-dubs, man.
Oh,
Nigga
yeah.
women, man. So-called black women. Y'all the worst ones. Go ahead and you done.
Con, that's it.
Okay. So this is 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. And it reads, and the name of this title is called Women's Adornment and Behavior. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety. And these women don't have no type of shamefacedness. Okay, they full of pride.
Shameless.
They'll look you in your eye. But back in the ancient world, a woman, she wouldn't look a man in the eye. The team went on unless her husband told her to. Not broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Let the woman learn in silence.
Right.
With all subjection. That's one thing they can't do. The women don't know how to shut the fuck up. They love to run their fucking mouth. They love to pop off at the mouth. Don't know how to be silent, man. As the scriptures say. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor usurp authority over the man. So you women not out here to be teaching no man or to have no type of authority over the man. At the end of the day, yeah, you can have an opinion, you can bring it to your man, but then it's up to that man to delegate between his opinion and your opinion to see what he gonna do.
All that back and forth, and that's blaspheming the word of the Heavenly Father.
That's going on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. So that's why y'all don't get no authority to teach, because y'all gullible. The Lord didn't impart y'all no wisdom.
Right. Right.
Okay? Everything is like y'all always fucking shit up because y'all go off y'all emotion. Y'all don't think logically, man. Now, you do have some women out there that do think logically. But honestly, I think those women grew up with their fathers in their lives, man.
Yeah.
And their fathers was actually there in their life to teach them. They wasn't no bullshit ass beta male simp like we got in this day and age. And it's a big difference between a woman that had an active father in her life that was actually there trying to be there for versus a deadbeat, a woman that didn't have no dad, have a father in her life.
True.
I was done on that.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11. I'm going to start at verse 5. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head, for that is even all one as if she were shaven.
So a woman should have her head covered when she's praying, okay? Or she has a dream, a prophetic dream, and she's talking to her with her husband. She should have her head covered, or when she's reading the scriptures. All right, go ahead.
Verse 6. For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn, shaved. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered.
Exactly. So pretty much they should have their hair, they should be covered up. All right. And you don't need to be out here showing your good and showing your assets, man. That's for your man and your man only. And you wonder why. Man, I can't speak for most of these guys, but I know back, before me and my wife got in the truth, but she used to try that shit. I was like, we used to go at it behind the wardrobe, and then we would be out and about, and I'm just sitting there looking at men, and I'm just like, my nigga, you don't see me right here? And it's just Jake disrespectful, and then the women not giving a fuck.
So it doesn't make it any better.
Exactly. But
verse 7. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of Yahweh power. But the woman is the glory of the man. That's why they're to have their heads covered, because we are their covering.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai is our covering.
Exactly. And then also too, I'm gonna keep saying, I'm gonna sound like a broken record today, goddamn. But that's only for your man. That's only for your man.
His joy.
Exactly. His glory. His enjoyment. For his enjoyment. Not nobody else's. Not for nobody else to gaze upon.
Like to be imagining like what kind of fun they can have with your wife as soon as you go to work.
Yep.
That's the kind of world we live in.
That's wickedness. That's all. What do you have to say?
I was gonna say this is why this scripture say that a woman's hair is her glory.
Yeah.
Because this part of her head being covered is symbolic of that, because it mentioned if it was shaved, that would still be like being a disgrace.
Yep.
And that's right now our women, because we are the curses, they don't get it. They continue to even shave. They would shave their head and put weave on it. They would cut their hair and then add weave to it. That show you how out of that they are in their mind.
Verse 8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man.
So the woman was created for the man wasn't created for the woman, and it said that the man was first, then came the woman. That deads that whole argument right there.
If I may.
Go ahead.
My wife showed me a picture of us when we first got together, before I woke up to the truth, when I was tying her shoe. And she had her leg out on the picture, and she was like, why can't we go back to these days? And I became so furious, because basically she wants me to be submissive.
Yeah.
Never mind her submission and what the scriptures say about a woman submitting themselves to their husband, but she wants the man to submit to the woman. Man, how?
Because they get off on that shit. Women love, they love to have a man up underneath them. That's why they buck up against us so much, because they love that drama.
Right.
They love the drama and chaos.
And I tell my wife, women, they can get men all day, but none of these women can keep a man.
Yep.
A man can keep a woman in his life, because if a man's a good man, he knows how to be good to others.
Yep.
But women, they can barely be good to themselves. They're going to Mexico, getting these cheap-ass surgeries, fucking their bodies up for the rest of their lives. And now you have to wear a fucking bodysuit, because if you take it off, everything just starts falling all over the fucking place.
Gross. It's gross.
Upside down, bro.
Yep, that's all around the world.
Like the natural woman is winning right now, bro. The woman that eats right, works out.
Yeah. God.
She don't gotta worry about putting no bodysuit on.
Really?
God.
All right, this is Book of Esther, chapter 1 and verse 10, going into that account earlier about Queen Vashti. So on the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he was drunk, he commanded Mehuman, Biztha, Harbana, Bigtha, and Agbatha, Zephtha, and Carcass, the 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Ashur, no, it's like when he said the king to bring Vashti the queen before the king with the crown royal, to show the people and the princess her beauty, for she was fair to look on. And he was kind of going off there, because a woman should be only for her man to look upon.
That's why she's supposed to be covered up.
But the queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment by his chamberlains. Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burned in him. Then the king said to the wise men which knew the times, for so was the king's manner toward all that knew the law and judgment. And this was, I want to say, this was a Ishmaelite king. They was in India, so it was an Ishmaelite, Elamite, Salakia.
Yeah.
And
you see, it says where knew the time it was, because when they saw that he was wroth, they knew why he was wroth, because of what their beliefs are.
Exactly, because their beliefs not far from ours.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
And next unto him was Karshina, Sethar, Admatha, Tarshish, Maris, Marcina, and Mechium, the 7 princes of Persia and Media, which saw the king's face, and which sat at the first in the kingdom. What shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to the law?
Right, see? According to their belief.
Because she had not performed the commandment of the king Ahasuerus, King Ahasuerus, by the chamberlains. And Mechium answered before the king and the princes, Vashti the queen have not done wrong to the king only, but also to all the princes, and to all the people that are in the provinces of the king Ahasuerus.
Right.
For this deed, and so and that was true.
Right.
Okay, because she, pretty much disobeyed the king, and as it's going to go into, it's going to incite, have these other women thinking that it's cool.
Right, because their relationship, the king Ahasuerus and Vashti, their relationship is on a world stage.
Exactly.
So their influence is up probably on the highest level. So whatever they're doing, the people are going to do.
Hey, like it's saying in Sirach, as the judge of the people is, so is his people.
Right. So if Ahasuerus would have threw his legs up and said, "Man, fuck it, let her just ignore me," then.
That would have that whole kingdom would have failed.
Yep, because feminism would have started to rise.
Yep. For this, it's like it. Verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women. Wow. So that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes when it shall be reported. What was you about to say?
Like the Beyonce, to the left.
Yep.
That influence.
Yep. And once she dropped that song, these females,
gone.
Yep.
They gone. My sister, she still can't find a husband. Beyonce, her favorite musician.
The king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto the king's princes, which have heard of this deed of the queen. Thus shall there arise too much contentment and wrath. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before King Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she. See? And so he's pretty much putting her away and replacing her ass because she didn't want to listen.
Right, and you saw that where it said contempt and wrath.
Yeah.
Once a woman shows contempt and wrath towards her husband, she's pretty much amongst her friends and like, yeah, girl, he ain't shit.
Yep.
Yeah, and then that's that wrath too.
Yep.
Because they're like, girl, let's get out here and do our own thing.
Yep. And they were trying to, and this is them nipping that shit in the bud,
right,
man.
Before it could grow.
Exactly. Verse 20, and when the king's decree which he shall make shall be published throughout all his empire, for it is great, all the wives shall give to their husbands honor.
Right.
Both to great and small. So no matter what your status was.
Even if you're a bread maker.
Exactly. Your wife was supposed to honor you, man.
Or if you're making armor for the king's men.
Verse 21, and the same pleased the king and the princes, and the king did according to the word of Mechium. For he sent letters into all the king's provinces, into every province according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language, that every man should bear rule in his own house, and that it should be published according to the language of every people.
Right.
So the man is supposed to bear rule in the house, man.
To keep order. That's true order. When a woman is in power, when a woman is in authority, shit is all over the fucking place. The house is unkept. The kids' clothes are all raggedy and wrinkled. The woman got black shit at the bottom of her feet. Come on, man. This is the world we lived in. If hypothetically, if Vashti was to have her way, this is what the kingdom would look like. Yep. It would look like Babylon the Great. Yep. Full of effeminate men.
And contempt and wrath.
Yep.
And masculine ass women.
Because as soon as a woman shows that contempt and that wrath for these men, a male will tuck his tail and move on. Yep. And be like, yeah, she got me on child support. She ain't shit. But brother, It's not supposed to be that way.
You also did it to yourself because
Yep.
you folded up like a fish.
Right. You didn't nip that shit in the bud when it was time to.
Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So that was it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Select.
We good. We was breaking it down.
That was
Yes, sir. So 1 Corinthians 14.
Oh, God, I got that right here for you, brother.
Okay.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 33. For Yahweh power is not the author of confusion,
So Yahweh is not the author of confusion. So listen closely, women.
but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
Okay.
Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak. The Heavenly Father isn't a dictator, some God, no, some power that just makes a bunch of commands to make people miserable. No,
He does. He got these commandments because it's going to bring peace.
right.
Like, think about it. Like, if a woman is in her role, she's nurturing and all that, and she ain't nagging, the house is going to be in peace because the man going to be able, he's going to be able to sit there, get his thoughts in order, going to be able to chill. Probably, be able to show her love and affection because she's not nagging.
And sometimes when parents are done explaining themselves to their children, like the Lord explains himself to us, he'll just say, I said what I said.
Exactly.
You know, sometimes the head's authority doesn't need an explanation.
Exactly.
You know, the fact that he's providing, he's protecting, he's covering you as a from all these different things that can happen, that's enough for you to respect his authority.
Exactly.
But when a man has to constantly have to express and explain things, you're diminishing his authority because everything that he says needs an explanation. Come on.
Exactly.
That's ridiculous. Reading on. But they are commanded to be under obedience. Also saith the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. So even if the thought may rise while you're in the church to be like, hey hubby, what you think about this? Save it for the house.
Exactly.
For it is a shame for women to speak in the church.
Yep. Amongst the congregation, like if a woman and her husband was to walk up right now, and the woman was to be doing more than talking, it's a shame.
Yep.
Let that man speak, and you ask him, like, let the man get all the information, and then y'all discuss that shit at home.
You're like me and my wife, we used to go out for like dinner and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the waitress or the waiter, come to the table and she wants to do all the talking. Sometimes I would have to look at my wife like, woman, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
But I know exactly what I'm doing.
Exactly. And that just shows that they don't have no faith in us either.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Woo.
Stop at 36.
Verse 36. What came of the word of Yahweh power out from you? Or came it unto you only?
Yeah, and that's how they act. Like, they act like the word came from them or it only came on them only. Man, get out. Get off over there, man.
Bro, this is what a kingdom looks like if someone like Vashti was to have her way that night when she refused to listen to her husband when he said come. Because nowadays, you'll tell your woman to come and she won't listen. We have literal clones of Vashti.
Everywhere.
And all these women deserve to be put away, except for those few that are like listening and coming back to the obedience of the scriptures. Like call halal habashim shai brakatha to you.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10 and verse 6. Folly is set to great dignity, and these women acting out of order. That's great folly, man. And the rich, which are the Israelites, sitting in a low place. I have seen servants upon horses. Okay, a horse represents power.
Right.
Okay, we normally use this scripture. We talk about these heathens being in power, but shit, listen, a woman's supposed to be a servant unto her man, right?
Right.
And exactly. He said that he's seen servants upon horses. He's seen these servants in power, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. And who is these princes? Talking about the Israelite man walking as servants on the earth. Everything's out of whack.
How sad is that?
Come on. Get that Jeremiah 31 from the book.
Come on. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, and we're going to start at verse 22. It reads, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
How long?
Because if you have a daughter that's just going off, it's going to get to a point where you're like, you're no longer my daughter. Okay? For Yahweh Bashim Yahushai have created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man, which is shall be over a man.
Yeah, or go around. That's what they did. They went around the authority of the man and went under the authority of Esau Edom, of the enemy.
Right.
That was it on that?
Con.
It's Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors. You got Esau Edom, because he's like a big ass kid running the earth.
Right.
And women rule over them. And don't our women rule over? That's a curse on our people right now, man.
Right.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and to destroy the way of thy paths. And who's over us? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. And his ways, what he's doing, all he's been doing since we came over here on the damn boat is leading us to err, man. Okay, get that
Deuteronomy. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and we're going to start at verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness.
These are slack to cut you off. Deuteronomy 28 goes into the blessings and the curses bestowed upon the Israelites. The blessings if they followed the law, statutes, commandments, and the curses if they disobeyed the law, statutes, commandments. And right now we're underneath those curses. He's reading a curse right now that women are under. Okay, so go ahead.
Right. Her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
Aren't they evil? You got them going. They the main ones in the 187 clinics.
Yep.
Okay, they the main ones talking crazy to their kids. Get your ass in the motherfucking house.
And then,
shut the fuck up and sit there like.
And then they want to play a victim. Like, I had to abort my baby, and everybody want to rub their back. But you had to sign mad papers before you aborted the baby.
Yep.
Or Salakia.
Yeah, before you
delete
unalive. Yeah.
You're unalive. Verse 57. And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet,
Yep.
and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for the want of all things secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in thy gates.
And that was during 70 AD, but that's going to come again.
Right, because these scriptures are multifold.
Yeah, and during the time of Jacob's trouble, these women going to be eating their kids again.
Yep.
But you see, it said her eyes going to be evil toward her husband and toward her kids. And pretty much towards anybody around her.
You have countless instances of a woman that's on child support and does not use it for the children.
Man,
There's too many accounts of that.
way too many accounts. I done seen them firsthand, and that shit pissed me off. I'm just like,
Come on.
you buying liquor and
Gucci purses
weed and all this shit with child support money and the kid looking like goddamn ragamuffin, and I'm just like, oh, bro, you trifling.
Right, like, damn.
You trifling. This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 3. Even the sea monsters draw off the breast, they give suck to their young ones. The daughters of my people have become cruel like the ostriches in the wilderness. Yeah, these women, our women, they don't even breastfeed no more. They quick to go get formula.
It won't bat an eye.
Exactly, and it's been proven many a times that formula,
Yep.
autism, ADHD,
Yep.
all type of health functions in our youth.
Yep. Like it creates deformities in the children, whether like mental or physical.
But they don't care. Oh, it's gonna hurt my titties.
Right, but my nipple sore. So
Back in the ancient world, women used to do that shit. They love doing that shit, man.
you better train the nipples. Okay, that's a lot here. This is the book of Job, chapter 39, and verse 16. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, because Yahweh power have deprived her of wisdom.
So he deprived her of wisdom, and I had said that way earlier on.
And that's good.
Yep. Because imagine if these women did have some type of wisdom. Well, we really be free.
Right, well, like every male would be beta man.
Yep.
Like it's a miracle that we still have austere man in the earth. But we don't get respect and love. But it's
They call them toxic masculinity.
right, because most austere men are your coaches, your school principals, your constables, your police officers, your lawmakers, the people that keep you safe at night. They're not beta males like, hey, not so fast. Those austere men are getting out those cars and coming to your rescue. You know, the world needs austere men. Salakia, verse 17, or finishing verse 17. Because Yahweh power hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. That's all I got for that.
Alright, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 13. Give me any plague, but the plague of the heart, the mind,
Right.
and any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman. Because the beginning of sin came from women,
Right.
okay? And their pride. Because she got beguiled by that serpent, and she let that pride, you know, she was like, man, I can be like a dog. Oh man, she didn't want to be on the island.
Right.
She ended up going there and getting that philosophy. And ended up fucking everything up, man. What you got?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets.
Their mind, that's all that goes in their mind, is how to trap up a man. The snares and nets, that is their mind. Go ahead.
Whoso pleaseth Yahweh power shall escape from her.
Hey, that's why I read the script before that. Give me any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman.
Yep. But the sinner shall be taken by her.
Yep. So if you're a sinner, you're gonna get taken up by a wicked ass woman. And she's gonna destroy you.
Right. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account.
And this is King Solomon. These are his words. One of the wisest man on the earth. Go ahead.
Verse 28, which my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found.
So he said out of 1,000 men, he found one that was righteous.
Woo.
But out of 1,000 women, he found none. Let that sink. Go ahead.
Verse 29, lo, this only have I found, that Yahweh power hath made man upright. But they have sought out many inventions, because you have other men that are, you know, like these wicked women, you know, that are just, you know, bent towards the flesh. They're just bent towards carnality. You know, when it comes to things of the spirit, that one man that's upright, he will be saved out of the city. You know, like these women, a lot of the judgments that's going to take place in these times are going to be for women. You know, it's just those are the type of times we're in. Just like when King the Vashti's husband, he saw what type of time he was in. He was like, and he was like, okay, since we're on that type of time, let's put off the precepts, so we can see what the Lord says.
And this is an Elamite.
and he went back to the precept. How much more the children of the Heavenly Father? You know, like we meditate on these things because the world is just upside down without the Lord. You know, we'll have people come out, you know, like, you know, I have a dream speech, or, you know, men are the prize, but they're all half truths.
Yep.
No one's come with the full truth, but the apostles and elders are great millstone. Man, we need to get up out of here, man.
Still in Sirach 25, we jump down to verse 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman.
Woo!
Them two deadly women. Two deadly ass beasts. And he said, I'd rather dwell with them than with a wicked woman.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure we all deal with a wicked woman in our day and age. And, you know, it's a headache. Constant nagging. You ain't getting no peace.
The constant snares.
Exactly.
They're trying to catch you up and
lies.
Like, didn't you say you was gonna go to the concert with me?
Mm-hmm. Verse 17: the wickedness of a woman, changing her face and darkening her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he hear it, he shall sigh bitterly.
Woo.
All that, you ain't shit, you a bitch ass. And he going.
Here we go again. Like you know, it says it makes a man's the scripture says it makes a man's bones feeble.
Yep, we about to get that. All wickedness. Ooh, this is heavy. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman, that the portion of a sinner fall upon her. And then you just read that a wicked woman is going to be given unto a sinner.
Right.
So this is the scriptures lining up with each other.
Right.
As the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of an age,
Right.
so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. And try climbing up a sandy hill. It's going to be hard.
It's gonna be exhausting.
It's going to be very exhausting. That's how it is dealing with a wife full of words. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. That's all I got on that right there.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, and verse 30. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain.
That's why we just read, don't desire a woman for her beauty, because beauty is vain. Because, shit, you can deal with, the woman can be fine as hell, she can be between a 7 and a 10, but her attitude and her personality is motherfucking 1 or a 2. And that, I ain't gonna lie, that shit unattractive to me. A woman, like, if her, she can be cute, but if she got like a nasty attitude, you instantly become unattractive.
Right, and he says favor is deceitful. Because here I was, like when I was a youngster, going to this church, and one of the little gospel singer girls wanted to take me on a date. And I get in the car with her, and she started topping me off in the back seat. I'm like, goddamn. Like, I'm like, you're supposed to be a gospel singer, and you doing all of this? I just met you. And I'm like 14.
Right.
Yep, but you know, she had that favor because she was gospel. I'm like, yeah, I'll get in the car with you. Yeah, we can go on a date. Yeah.
But it's vain. It's vain.
Yep.
That's all you had? Alright, this is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 22. And it reads, as a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. Ooh, and then we go into that discreet earlier. These women don't know discretion, so a jewel in a pig's mouth, that shit's worthless.
Worthless.
You ain't gonna be digging that shit out of that pig. You gotta kill that pig. But then you touch the carcass of that pig, you're gonna be unclean until the evening.
Yep.
So you want to go through all that just to get this man? It ain't worth it.
Yep.
It ain't worth it.
Yep.
And like a lot of these women nowadays, ain't worth it.
Worthless.
Go ahead and get that spot.
This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiastes, chapter 25. And I'm going to start at verse 22. It reads, a woman, if she maintaineth her husband, or Salakia, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach.
That's the women that got men that's working, that's taking care of everything. They full of anger. They pissed off all the time. I've been in one of them situations before, and I'll never again.
Yeah.
I'll always make sure I got a job. If I'm just, man, hell no. I'm not finna go stay with no woman in her house, and she taking care of everything. Nah, nope. Hell no.
Verse 23, a wicked woman abateth the courage, which means, you know, like slip away, you know, like it makes your courage fall off.
Yeah. You know, they good at doing that.
Yeah, you know, it just like strip you of hope. Continuing on, maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. You know, like your mind is just all jacked up. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
Just said that. And that, hold on. Read that again real quick, Baba Kashar. That last verse you just read. Because it's going to tie to all the way to the beginning of the lesson with the help me.
Right. The middle of verse 20, Sirach chapter 25, in the middle of verse 23. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
And that is their whole duty, because going into their definition of help me, it says be in support during hard times. So if you're not helping your husband while he's going through it mentally, you making weak hands and feeble knees, and that's gonna be bad come down the long run, because he's not gonna be able to lead efficiently.
Right. You're taking away from his ability.
Exactly.
Woo!
Wow. Go ahead real quick.
Lord Scripture says, "Give not thy strength to a woman, or the ways that destroy kings." You know, that's going back into the weak and feeble knees we were just talking about. That's just destruction. You get destroyed by giving your ways, by giving in to the ways of that woman.
And it's slow.
You know, that's what happened to Adam at the beginning. He gave in to the ways of that woman, which was the ways of the serpent. you know, and he fell.
Yep.
Verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all died.
Yep. Like, and I said that earlier because she took on that philosophy from the serpent. Go ahead.
It says, give the water no passage. Neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad, you know, because that water no passage, you know, like give these wicked women, you know, these peoples, these waters, no passage. I mean, like
building up a dam. Build up a dam to keep that water from flowing to where it don't need to go.
Or you got a group of thirsty women trying to get into your concert, and you tell the bobsled, man, don't let them bitches in. Get that water, no passage.
Exactly.
and the wicked women liberty to gad abroad, that's self-explanatory. You know, these women, they go to Dubai and let dudes defecate on them for racks, and that, you know.
And then they come back over here with their head up held high, like, bitch, like you just didn't get shat on, and let goats, dogs, and all these other things run through you. Plus these other men.
Right.
You had to go through all this just to get some bread, and then you want to come back over here to the station? Nah.
Right, and then you thinking body wash and shampoo fixed it? Nah.
Bitch, where your dignity?
Right, you still dirty.
Where's your dignity and shame, man?
Verse 26. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go.
Hey, cut that. Oh.
Yeah.
Sirach 26:6. But a grieful heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, right? Because you're going to always.
I've had a guy had 3 women, and when I met him, he only had 1. He said he'll never do that again. He said it was way too much for him.
Yeah, because women, we get jealous. Oh, well, shit. She ain't do you. Oh, she ain't do you like this. Or,
damn.
You know how it is. Oh, damn. You must like her better because her ass ain't in mine. It's always something.
Now he's weary.
Yeah. Continuing on. And a sword of the tongue which communicates with all. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro, and he that have hold of her is as though he held a scorpion, which is a venomous animal. A drunken woman and a gatherer abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. The whoredom of a woman may be known in a haughty look and her eyelids.
Right.
Hey, like they say, the eyes are the windows of the soul.
They tell you everything you need to know.
Exactly. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitness, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. That's why you're not supposed to give your daughter too much leeway. You gotta rule over your daughter with a rod of iron, man, with an iron fist.
Keep her in that straight path.
Like it says right here, watch over an impudent eye.
Right.
And marvel not if she trespass against thee, because these women are wicked anyway. Point blank period. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he had found a fountain, and drink of every water. Near her, by every hedge when she sit down, and open her quiver against every arrow.
Right, and that's that cot carousel.
Exactly.
That's that cot carousel.
And that's self-explanatory. Okay.
Is that all?
Yeah, that was it.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 30 and verse 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth, and saith, I have done no wickedness.
You know what they mean when she said she eateth.
Right. She called begging.
She was chewing somebody up.
Right.
And she was just like, up. And then she probably had the man like, well, if I ain't did nothing wrong, went home to her husband, probably kissed that nigga in the mouth.
I ain't did nothing wrong. The hell if you didn't. Man, that's why they got their plagues. That's why it's still standing.
Yeah.
You know?
These women, hey, no chill.
No chill. And they take pride when they can find a guy that'll have sex with them on their cycle.
Oh, man.
That's wild,
man. They love them niggas that rub the red lights.
Rub them red. Wow, brother.
It's Proverbs 7:10. And behold, there met him a woman with attire of an harlot, and subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house, because they constantly walking the stroll. Now is she without? Now in the streets, in life, in the wait, at every corner.
Man, if I may,
Go ahead.
man, I used to have like a little frat house thing in Michigan where I'm from. Me and my cousin, and I can't lie, man. We were asleep, man. We used to have like little parties and girls like dancing, whatnot. You know how it is.
Yeah.
For Jake, we getting it in, and we had this beautiful like light-skinned Eve come to the house, and she was doing what she do, and we thought like she was on a team. And as soon as like she got home and we let her go, she disappeared. Like, damn, I thought she was really gonna, stick around. Man, she was already on to the next one.
Yep. She was chasing that bag.
I mean, like straight to voicemail, call block. I'm like, bro, but when you were around us, you was, you was with everything.
Yeah. That's how they be.
Helped us cook meal. it's crazy.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, these days. But that just shows these scriptures, they loud and they
Spot
speaking.
on.
They
Spot
speaking.
on.
That was it?
Con. Yeah,
No, it's on you. It's Proverbs 9 and 13 for you.
Oh, okay. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous, loud. She is simple, dumb bitch, Salaki, and knoweth nothing. Because my another one. Like my dad first met my mom. He thought she was a little gracious, little tender thing, and she went to the restroom. And my dad, being the man he is, he wanted to do some investigating. He saw a manila folder in the corner of her room. He opened it up, and there it was, fucking a nude photography of a calendar, like January, nude picture, February, nude picture.
Of her?
Yeah, and then she comes out of the bathroom and just punches my dad right over the back of his head. Like, mind your fucking business. Like, damn. Bro, these are the conditions that a lot of Jakes are under. Masculine women.
Yep.
I've watched my dad get beat many times by my mom. I mean, I'm like, damn, he just puts up with it.
Shit crazy, man. A woman shouldn't be putting her hands on no man either, man.
Yep.
Proverbs 7 and 21, with her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks. Pretty much, going to him, giving his strength onto her, and it's leading him to the slaughter, man.
Like killing.
Mm-hmm. That's why they don't let these women are good supplanters too, man.
Yeah.
I was done on that.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 26, and let's start at verse 22. And harlot shall be accounted a spittle,
Spit.
Of no regard.
Exactly.
But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband.
And why is that? Because she's keeping him peace. His mind now running all over the place because she's doing what she's supposed to do.
And she's reminding him of how great he is. And how grateful she is to have a man like him. Like when a man receives flattery and love and kindness from his woman, it's literally like charging up a phone. You can literally feel your internal battery going from 12%, 18%, 30%. It's just building you up because we build up our women and they'll go and use that energy to build up Esau's kingdom. Instead of using that energy to build up the children.
Or to pour it back into her.
Or to pour back into their husband. Like when we were growing up, we would take instructions from our parents and we would see how proud they were when we would apply the instruction. What they would teach us, we would go and apply it, and it would just give our parents such joy to hear the report from like our school teachers, people in the neighborhood.
Yep.
Like, man, your children are awesome. Like they help with the parking lot. He sweeps the parking lot for free. He doesn't ask for anything, so we just give him what he wants. Nowadays, these children are a complete disgrace to their parents. And you let the woman tell it. She's proud of her babies, but as soon as these kids are of age, understanding, like 13, 14, 15, all of a sudden they don't like their kids no more because you loved their kids when they were under full subjection to you.
You treated them like they were your best friend.
Right, but as soon as they get a little bit of understanding, you don't like them no more.
Exactly. And then you know, also too, like say for instance, bringing up the whole kid thing. Let's say the kid, you know, is under a single woman. They graduate, you know, they do something good with themselves. You know, they're like, oh, the mother did a good job raising them. But let the kid be a fuck up, you know, get in trouble, get locked up. Oh, the dad should have been his life. Where was the dad? You see the goddamn double standard?
Passing on accountability.
Exactly.
They have the accountability to say, my bad, I should do better, maybe I should rekindle and try to reconcile my family. But no, it's time for the blame game. Oh, this pissy, shitty nigga, blah, 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 blah. And then she closed the book.
Yep.
Let's have dinner. But your house is still broken. Your house is still dysfunctional. The children are still fatherless. You know.
And that's a big thing, bro, because the father is he's guiding the house.
He's the gatekeeper to order. Without a man, you cannot have order.
Yep, and you see it. You see it when you go to these single women houses. There's no order. There's chaos and disorder everywhere. Kids running around. Goddamn man.
You know.
Let me not.
I can continue.
Okay.
But verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth Yahweh Shem Shai. A dishonest woman contendeth shame.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, you know these women that they're talking about, they going on a sex strike.
Yeah, I heard of it.
Man,
I heard it.
They going off, man. Y'all
All the
know,
way.
y'all whorish women. Y'all not gonna be able to stand because y'all too hot in the pants.
Yeah, they were acting like that at my job today. I saw a group of Eves walking past me, and they doubled back like, oh, okay. But I was like, hello, and only one of them said hi. The rest of them just kept walking.
Yep.
They're probably all Kamala supporters. Who cares?
Yep.
Even with Mr. Trump in office, the Lord's will is going to be done, not his own.
Exactly.
Because the hearts of the king are in his hands.
God.
Sheesh, brother. Continuing on. Verse 24. A dishonest woman contends shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. Verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, a bitch.
And that's where you get the term bitch from.
Right, because that's a dog-ass woman.
Yep.
You shameless. Like, bro, you should be ashamed of yourself. But you're shameless? Okay. You're a bitch.
God.
But she that is shamefaced, see, will fear the Lord. And the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
Yep. And that shows that these women have no knowledge, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
And also, the fear of the Lord is treasure.
And it's the first part of being accepted by Him too.
Like you can't have the hedge without fearing the Lord.
God.
So how much more for the man that He puts in your life? For Sarah, who was appointed to Abraham, who called her husband Lord.
God.
How much more us who's trying to follow in the state of Abraham?
God.
Huh?
You done?
Con.
This is Romans chapter 1, verse 26. For this cause, the Most High gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Okay, we normally use this scripture right here for dealing with the alphabet community, but we can use it for the natural use which goes against nature. Them trying to be over the man, that goes against nature. Okay, them bucking up to their husband, that goes against nature. You riding the cock's carousel, goes against nature.
Right, goes against the blueprint.
Exactly, it goes against nature.
Like when a man acts, in wrath, in rage, and anger, it's because shit is out of order.
God.
Like when you're in a courtroom and people are all like wrath and anger, the judge will hit that hammer down and say order in the court, because you can't have order with a bunch of emotions.
Verse 27, and likewise the man, leaving the natural use of the women, burning their lust one toward another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of error which was meet.
Yeah.
And that's why you got these men going to, turning to the alphabet community or going to these goddamn TGs.
Yep.
Okay, because they like, well, fuck it, I'll deal with something that look like a woman, but it's still a man. But like, I ain't got to deal with the bullshit that the women gonna give. But like, it's just still just
like that dude from Family Matters.
Darius McCray. Yeah, and that's pretty. That's it. This scripture right there we just read is him.
Right, add that to the T.
To the T. Verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, The Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. So the Most High gave y'all over to this mind to do all these things that's inconvenient.
Gave you over.
Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity. Yeah, that debate, that's a heavy one.
Yeah.
Whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things,
Wow.
disobedient to parents.
So like if I may, inventors of evil things, they'll be like, girl, if you didn't know, if all you gotta do is do this and do that, and they'll be coming and running to you.
Or, oh girl, he hurt you. Well, the best way to get revenge is, with another man.
Right? Or take some of his hair and put it in a ball and burn it, and that way he'll like voodoo.
Yeah. Without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, being subjected unto your man.
Yeah.
Implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
Right, so they take pleasure in them things.
Yep.
They're like breaking a man down, break that nigga. And they take pleasure in it.
Oh yeah, they take pleasure in that. Go ahead and get that Isaiah 3, Bubba.
Come on, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 16. Moreover, Yahweh, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks
And these are curses that are put on our women.
and wanton eyes,
Undisciplined, they just looking all over the place.
walking and mincing as they go.
You know how they walk.
Yeah, walking and mincing, they mincing, they chopping it up.
Yep.
Girl, and you didn't know he put it on me?
Go ahead.
And making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will smite them with the scab, the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
That's why they bald. That wasn't damn hair hats.
Right, because all that pride.
Yep.
And
he smite their head. That's why their hair can only grow so far. The bee does. That's why their hair can only grow so far.
and then that's supposed to be their glory.
Their glory, exactly.
And
And he changed their glory into shame.
right. And the Lord will discover their secret parts.
That's why they out here half naked the way they are.
And that's why they don't get away with sleeping with different men, because all those men's DNA is inside of you. Like you go to court, you thinking you good, but if the Lord had it to where you could just pull up all those DNAs, you're through.
Yep.
But they can also prove it with like science, so-called. But we believe in what the Lord say over science. But just proving what the scriptures say, those secret parts are being discovered through the Rakak Wadash, the wisdom that's given to us from on high. Continuing on. 18, in the day the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their calls, and their round tires like the moon. The chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets,
Dumbass bonnets.
and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands, and the tablets, and the earrings, the rings, and the nose jewels, and the changeable suits of apparel, like you got the little onesie on, now you got the romper on, now you got the pomper on. Everybody's like, ooh, like another outfit. Like,
Yep. All them different accessories too, man.
and it goes on. It says, the changeable suits of apparel, the mantles, and the wimples, and the crisping pins, the glasses, because women have so many fucking accessories, and it's just tools, to wrap up a silk.
Yep.
A man that's austere ain't going for none of that shit. The glasses, the fine linen, the hoods, and the veils, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. Okay?
That's why a lot of them boxes thinking their pHs is off.
And your outfit was fire, that night. But no, I took it to the crib, and I had to make up a lie. Like, man, I got to pick my brother from the airport.
Yep.
Man, this bitch smelled like a dead body.
And that's because they got all them different semen specimens in it.
I mean, bro, she was beautiful. I mean, she was cold, brother.
I bet.
Man, I'm talking about, soon as she broke the legs open, I was like,
Woo!
I forgot to pick my brother from the airport. I gotta go.
What else you got?
Okay, so instead of a sweet smell, there should be stink. And instead of a girdle, a rent. and instead of well set hair, baldness.
Like I said, that's why they ass bald.
You know, and that girdle, a rent.
That's why they got that goddamn
Good.
ground beef looking stomach.
Yeah, because they want to eat out every night. You know, that rent, bro.
They got that gut, but you know what I'm talking about. They got that little, it look like a pack of ground beef.
Nutty Professor.
Sitting here, la la, waiting for my yah.
Let me hold on. That was.
Man, so let me just finish. Like Kanye, let me finish. And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth. And burning instead of beauty.
Why y'all ugly as shit.
Woo, yeah, that's all I had, brother.
Alright, this is Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9. A warning to careless women. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women. For the vintage shall fail,
Right,
the gathering shall not come.
right.
Tremble, ye women. That's talking about the benefits they get.
Right, you got all those little teats.
Which is about to go into. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins.
Man,
They shall lament for the teats,
yes.
for the pleasant fields, and for the fruitful vine. Right, they about to lose all these benefits, man.
Come on.
Point blank period. Go ahead and close us out.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 7 and verse 10. Then she, that is mine enemy, shall see it. What shall she see?
Jacob's trouble, the deliverance of the elect.
Right.
She gonna see that this system in the way of Esau Edom wasn't the way, and that it was full of shit. And man, look, when we come into the biggest "I told you so" moment.
She's gonna see it.
Yep.
And shame shall cover her, which saith unto me, because you offend the little ones, you are offending Yahweh Shai.
And they don't always have to say it with their mouth. They act like they say. What they say, actions speak louder than words. So yeah, they gonna show you by their actions. Go ahead.
Right, which saith unto me, where is the Lord thy power? And they always do that.
Yep.
They say it with their action. You know, you sit there, be trying to get a lesson in, trying to listen to a lesson, take notes, and she'll be over your head like, damn. How long are you gonna do this? Didn't your mom say it's a cult? Like, bro, right, get off my fucking back. Do you see me shooting up schools and
Doing all type of madness.
right, goddamn putting chemicals in people's food so when they eat them they get Down syndrome. I'm not controlling no wickedness. I'm in here trying to read the scriptures and get an understanding so that I can please the Lord and apply what's being taught. Okay, so it says, where is the Lord thy God? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. And that's so beautiful.
And that's gonna be during the time of Jacob's trouble. We're gonna see a lot of these women, these same women that had this, that wanted to buck up against us, that wanted to give us all type of shit, they wanted to give us hell.
So much stress.
We're gonna see them getting stomped out in the time of Jacob's trouble, man.
Just like the scriptures, it says, so much torment give her.
Yep, and they're gonna have a whole lot of torment, man. So you women, you got any type of 2 brain cells you can rub together, you better repent unto Yahweh Shem Shai first and foremost. Call them to the true, powerful, righteous names, and submit unto your husband, man.
That's facts. That's so plain.
And that's it.
So plain.
That's it, man. Like the way of this world is not what's up. It's only gonna lead you down into more loneliness, more depression, and ultimately damnation and destruction. Alright? So do the right thing and make no tearing to turn to the Lord.
That's right.
Alright, so we're gonna bring this camp lesson to a close. We pray and hope that it has been edifying. We're gonna give our praises, our honor, and our glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh. Give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who we learned the truth of the Bible from. And peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect and to you believing listeners out there. Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
We got next.
That's right. Shalom.